What about housing for those in the lower income group? Well, constantly changing rules can send any business in a complete toss. That's really what's happening to the redevelopment plans of 56 MHADA colonies in Maharashtra. Over 4 lakh people live in these 9,000 housing societies. These flats are really small and for the low-income group. Now, buildings here are dilapidated and beyond repair. Prior to 2010, the government had permitted redevelopment of these colonies on a payment of 40% premium for the additional FSI, that's floor space index. In 2010, what did they do? They modified the rules. Developers now say there's really no business logic left for them to undertake redevelopment of any of these colonies. Arjun Chaudhary reports on how a policy flip-flop has left these low-income families in a lurch.
Nearly 2 lakh families have been living in these dilapidated buildings for over 3 decades, with their lives hanging in thin air. The Maharashtra state government claims it's been encouraging redevelopment of these rundown housing societies, but nothing is visible so far. An agreement failure between the developers and the residents, coupled with the government's indecisiveness, has led to a complete stalemate on any redevelopment hopes of these buildings on the verge of collapse. The redevelopment scheme involved the revamping of 56 MHADA colonies and a total of 3,701 buildings. Out of them, merely 10% have been redeveloped.
Majority of the redevelopment projects have been on a standstill since the last 2 years, thereby leading to huge revenue losses for the state exchequer as well as MHADA. But the big question which remains to be answered is, what could be the possible reasons which may have led to this situation? Let's find out.
The redevelopment agreement was signed in the year 2006. MHADA was entitled to a premium of 40% of the total ready reckoner value of the project. 2 years back, MHADA drafted a different policy demanding additional housing stock in place of the previous demand for a premium. So as per the new policy, in a building comprising of 32 flats, nearly 21 of them would be given to MHADA. This will reduce the total carpet area allotted to each resident by 165 square feet as against the previously guaranteed 435 square feet. The MHADA residents did not give in to the new demand, and ever since there has been no progress on the project. The Maharashtra Society Welfare Association, which has taken up the cause before the government, claims that lack of coordination between the state government and the MHADA officials delayed redevelopment even further.
Definitely there is no proper coordination. Maybe the proper application of mind has not been done. Whether that will be viable or not viable, just they have put on the, instead of premium, let us go for housing stock. This way, without proper working, without coordination, without talking, the way the government has come out with the policy, that has come to this standstill.
The tenants have currently been accommodated in temporary flats under an 11-month lease agreement. Residents, however, seem to be skeptical of the move and are awaiting a quick remedy to the problem.
जब ये कॉस्ट बढ़ेगी तब वो बोलेगा कि भाई नहीं अभी मुझे परवड़ता नहीं है, अब मैं क्या करूँ? एक तो भाड़ा बंद कर देगा, एकदम भाड़ा बंद नहीं कर सकता वो, क्या करेगा? 50% भाड़ा बंद. आज हम 10,000 दे रहे तो 5,000 आपको देंगे, तो 5,000 में हो नहीं सकता. फिर हम जहाँ रह रहे हैं, अभी समझो 10,000 हम भाड़े से रह रहे हैं, तो 5,000 हमको जेब से देना पड़ेगा, और इस सबकी कैपेसिटी नहीं है 5,000 रुपये जेब से देने की.
Industry analysts claim the only way to break the deadlock is by excluding the existing projects from the terms of the current policy. This will not only restart the redevelopment process, but will also make the project financially viable for the promoters and MHADA.
All that has happened because the existing projects were brought under the ambit of the change of policy. So even today, if you have to make it viable, you have to look at implementing this from the projects which are coming hereafter.
Despite having expressed their concerns, the residents of these colonies are yet to receive a response from the government. But with other political parties also joining them in support of the cause, the pressure could jolt the decision makers into action in the coming days.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.